Oyster Bay High School Class of 2025 graduation ceremony. At this time, I would like to ask our performing groups to please take their appropriate places. Please rise and welcome Senior Class Vice President Jenna Angelidakis, who will lead our Pledge of Allegiance with Anastasia Sakelis signing the pledge. We ask that you remain standing after the Pledge of Allegiance as our chamber singers will be singing the national anthem under the direction of Miss Melissa Cozy, and our ASL seniors will be signing the anthem under the direction of Dr. Nicole Sissia.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Amazing job. Thank you so much. Please be seated. Good morning. I'd like to welcome you all to the graduation ceremony at Oyster Bay High School, the class of 2025. I guess Mother Nature did not want to cooperate with us for an outdoor graduation, but indoors or out, we're so happy to be here this morning as we honor all of our graduates. A huge thank you to Mr. Mike Rispoli and the custodial staff who are always willing to go the extra mile to make our events special and willing and able to help us turn things around in the case of rain so quickly. We really appreciate everything you do. Thank you to Mr. Sissia, Ms. Cozy, and all of our musicians who are joining us today for providing such beautiful music for our ceremony. Each of you truly helped to make our graduation extra special with your talent. I'd like to welcome our Board of Education members who are with us today. Ms. Lori Kowalski, Board President. Ms. Nancy Castro-Giovanni, Board Vice President. Mr. Michael Schindler. Mr. John Kopaz. Mr. Joseph Lorita. Thank you so much for being here with us today. Welcome to Dr. Yanni, our Superintendent of Schools, Ms. Rayner, our Deputy Superintendent, our Central Office Administration, principals, building administration, and teachers. It's a true honor to work with all of you as we strive to help every student achieve excellence. And of course, a very warm welcome to the parents, family, and friends who are here with us today, and also watching us on our live stream. I want to say thank you for sharing your children with us here at Oyster Bay High School over the past few years. Getting to know them and celebrate them is a true honor. Today is as much your day as it is theirs. You've worked hard to provide them with the love and support that they needed to get to this point, so enjoy it and savor this special occasion. And last but not least, to the reason we're all here today, welcome to the class of 2025. You made it. It is with immense pride and a sense of optimism that I stand before you today. This stage, this moment, is a culmination of years of hard work, dedication, laughter, learning, and growth. Each of you has left an indelible mark on Oyster Bay High School, and we are extremely proud of all you have accomplished. As you stand on the precipice of your future, ready to embark on the next great adventure, I've been reflecting a lot on all of the opportunity that lies ahead of you. I'm sure that some of you are a little scared about going on to the next phase of your life. That's totally normal to be expected because change is hard. But you need to remember that now is truly the time to boldly take chances. Now is the time to embrace the discomfort of risk, to lean into curiosity, and to understand that the greatest regrets often stem not from failure, but from inaction. Each of you have so many years ahead of you, and time is so much more valuable than you know. I ask you to remember that every moment is an opportunity to build, to create, to connect, and to learn. Fear of failure is the ultimate dream killer, and the only true mistake is not trying at all. This idea of the value of time resonates deeply with me, especially since I recently attended my own 30th high school reunion. 30 years. As I reconnected with old friends, some of whom I hadn't seen since we walked across a stage just like this one, I heard stories. Stories of great successes, yeah, but also a few stories of detours, of unexpected turns, and a few what-ifs. It was fascinating to hear how many of us, looking back, could pinpoint moments where we hesitated a bit, where we had an idea or a passion, a desire to try something maybe unconventional, but perhaps we listened to those doubts in the back of our head, or the conventional wisdom, or simply the fear of the unknown. And while very few of us expressed regret over trying and failing, a surprising number had a quiet, if only, for the chances that they did not take. The business idea they didn't pursue, the passion project they had sidelined, the leap that they were scared to take. That reunion was a powerful reminder that life doesn't always unfold in a straight line, and the path less traveled often holds the most profound lessons and the greatest rewards. The stories from my reunion were not about who made the most money or achieved the most conventional success. They were about who lived authentically, who chased their dreams with conviction, and who embraced the journey with all of its twists and turns. I want each of you to know, as you head into this next stage of life, that this is your moment. The world you are stepping into is one of unprecedented change and boundless possibility. You have access to information, tools, and networks that my generation could only dream of. Traditional gatekeepers are crumbling, and innovation is truly celebrated. So I urge you, class of 2025, my students, please remember this message. Be brave enough to try. Don't let the fear of judgment or the possibility of failure paralyze you. Every no is a step closer to a yes, and every misstep is a valuable lesson. Embrace your progress, not perfection. You don't need all of the answers before you start. You could start messy, learn, adapt, and refine. And if you fail, just make some changes and try again. Follow your curiosity. The careers of tomorrow are being invented today. Your unique passions and interests, no matter how niche they may seem, could lead to extraordinary paths. And finally, leverage your youth. You have the energy, the fresh perspective, and the runway to experiment. Don't waste it waiting for the perfect time, because the perfect time is really now. So class of 2025, as you leave these halls, please carry with you the knowledge, the friendships, and the values you've cultivated here. But also carry a fearless spirit. Be the generation that doesn't look back in 30 years and say, I wish I had. Be the generation that says, I'm so glad I did. Go forth, take those chances, build something remarkable, and make your mark on this world. We truly believe in you. Congratulations, class of 2025. We can't wait to see all the incredible things you're going to do. It's now my pleasure to welcome up our Salutatorian, Mr. Michael Olivero.
Thank you. Before I begin, I want to take a moment to thank the family members, faculty, teachers, and everyone here who have supported us today. It truly takes a village to create the graduates that are sitting before you. Your guidance, encouragement, and belief in us have made this day possible. We wouldn't be here without you. Everybody has that person in their life, the one you look at and think, they've got it all figured out. Maybe it's a parent, a friend, or a teacher. For me, it was my grandpa, known as Papa. He lit up every room, made the world feel lighter, and always seemed to have the answers. One of the last things he ever said to me was just 2 words: be proud. At 13, I'll be honest, I didn't get it. I thought I was getting some epic last words, like the code to a treasure vault or something, but nope, just be proud. At the time, I didn't know what it meant, but as I've grown, I think being proud comes down to 3 parts. The first part, be proud of where you come from. Whether you grew up in Oyster Bay your entire life and have been here since pre-K or kindergarten, or you joined just about a year or so ago, take pride in your roots, in this quiet, quaint town that we call home. There's something special about it, something worth carrying with you. Think back to those early days, whether it be the kindergarten art projects, the multiplication Super Bowls, or the science fair projects thrown together the night before. Each moment, big or small, have been a building block to who you are today. Then to the middle school years, from entering a brand new school with unfamiliar faces and teachers, to being shut down for an entire year, to returning to cohorts where among us ran our lunch periods. Even through all of the change and uncertainty that came with the pandemic, be proud of how we adapted and found joy in the chaos, and have confidence that through whatever the future may hold, we will continue to adapt. And lastly, these past 4 years. From the moment you stepped into high school, to cram sessions for important exams, to performing at NJ Pack or Carnegie Hall, take pride and have confidence in realizing just how big the stage can be for all of us, and that we all belong on it. And in between all of that, the memories. I remember in a lacrosse game this past season, we were losing by a pretty large margin. What I told the team going into the second half was that the score really didn't matter. What mattered was the memories that we made with each other. With that, life doesn't start and end with GPAs or homework assignments. It starts with the memories we create. The quiet weekends, the summer nights, the late night drives, the last minute plans, or the inside jokes that made sense to no one else. Shout out to the perambulators and the Atlas of North America. That's what makes the moment matter. Be proud of all of it. Then there's a second part of pride, being proud of where you're going. For many of us, that next step is college or technical school. No matter the name on the sweatshirt or the size of the campus, you've earned it. Be proud of the hours you spent studying, the essays you rewrote, and the doubts you pushed through. You got here because of your drive, your effort, and your heart, and that place didn't choose you by accident. For those entering the workforce right out of high school, take pride in that path. You've honed your skills, developed a craft, and shown a level of determination and maturity that deserves respect. It takes courage to step into the real world right away, and your work ethic is something to be deeply proud of. And for those who have chosen to serve in our armed forces, your decision represents a special kind of pride, one rooted in selflessness, in honor, and in courage. You will carry the values of this community with you, and we are grateful for your service before it has even begun. No matter the road you're taking, walk into it with your head held high. You've earned your place on this path, so be proud and have confidence that no matter where your future may take you, you will continue to have success. And then there's a third kind of pride, being proud of where you are right now. We've come a long way from the first day we met. Today we sit here on this not so nice day, but it's okay, surrounded by people who have supported us, about to graduate high school. Like Ms. Arguman said, this moment is not just a ceremony, it's a culmination of 18 years of growth, learning, challenge, and perseverance. Take a breath and be proud of that. Look to your left. Now look to your right. I'm not going to say it. These are the people who have shaped your journey. The friends you've laughed with, learned with, and grown up with. The people who were by your side from the best days and the hardest ones. Celebrate them. Celebrate yourselves. To the class of 2025, those stepping boldly into the next chapter of their lives, you've earned every bit of pride that you feel today. And to the parents and guardians, today's your moment too. You've raised remarkable young adults with a work ethic, passion, and spirit that is truly unique to Oyster Bay. I know sitting in those stands, your hearts are full, and you are full of pride right now. Today I stand upon this stage without a treasure map to find gold or the code to a secret vault, but instead with a realization from those precious final words. If you're lucky enough to have that person in your life here today, the one who shaped you, supported you, or inspired you, take a moment, hug them, thank them. Let them know what they've meant to you. And as we prepare to walk across this stage and step into what's next, remember, never forget where you came from, never forget where you're going, and most importantly, never forget who you are in this moment. Because this moment is not the end, it's the beginning. A beginning filled with possibility, with dreams waiting to be chased and paths waiting to be created. The world we're stepping into may be uncertain, but it's wide open and it's ours to shape. So take pride in what you've built and where you've come from, where you're going, and who you are right now. And carry it with you into every room you enter, every decision you make, and every step you take. Be proud about the future you're about to create. But even more than that, be proud to be a Bayman. Bleed purple and cold, baby. Thank you. I would like to now introduce Dr. Ayani, our school superintendent. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
What a beautiful speech, Michael. Thank you. Great job. Yesterday was a very long day, and the night was also a long night. It was a long day because what we were doing, the entire administrative team, we were looking at every weather app that was out there. We called everybody. We called News 12. We called every weather channel. We called every scientist that we knew. And the feeling was, if you're an athlete, was when you have a sport injury and you're trying to find a doctor, but you're not looking for a good doctor. You're looking for a doctor that tells you, it's okay, you can run. We didn't find one. So I went to sleep last night, and I couldn't really sleep. When eventually I fell asleep a little bit, I had a dream. And there was my dog. I have a little Morkie at home. Her name is Mia. And I had a dream, and the dog said to me, it's inside or outside? At that point, I knew I was getting delusional. So I did decide to get up. My wife was not happy about it. It was raining in Plainview, but I said, you know what, let me go on my bike ride, and I go to Oyster Bay, and maybe there is a sunshine in Oyster Bay. Unfortunately, I got here at 6. Mr. Rispoli was outside, and there was no sunshine. But today, looking at this auditorium, you are our sunshine. Good morning and congratulations to the class of 2025. Today is a special day for me. This is the first Oyster Bay graduating class that I've had the pleasure of having from 9th grade all the way to senior year. First, I cannot believe how fast it went by. And second, I am so proud of you, and I will miss you. Before I start, I want to tell you something that I believe is quite funny. It's not about my dog, didn't say anything else. I am probably one of the few in my position in the state of New York, and maybe the entire nation, that I never graduated from an American high school. My educational journey took a different path in a different country. Yet somehow, I had the privilege of attending all the graduation and speaking at many graduations. I guess you could say I'm making up for the lost time. And what a joy it is today for me to be here with you and your family. Coming here to America at 22 years old, not speaking a word of English, not knowing anyone, and with my entire family upset that I was leaving law school was not easy. But when I look back at what I am today, I made the right choice. Looking back, it was a painful choice, but it was the right choice. And that is the reason why today I want to talk to you about choices. Life presents us with a constant stream of decisions, from easy ones to difficult ones. Some choices are straightforward, but many are complex, demanding courage and determination. Remember, the choices you make will chart the course of your life, shape your path, define your future, and sometimes define who you are. Over the past few years, we, as a school community, have faced our own set of important choices. We have made some difficult decisions, and look at what we have achieved together. I am incredibly proud to say that since you walked in as a freshman, we have witnessed remarkable growth and success. Because of the work you have done, our district has been increasingly recognized for its excellence at both local and the national level. Academically, your collective pursuit of excellence has been inspiring. We have seen a strong commitment to challenging coursework and a dedication to learning that has opened doors to wonderful future opportunities, including acceptance to a wide array of impressive colleges and universities. But it's not about the academic achievement. It is about the individual choices that you made to study late, to seek understanding, to push your own boundaries. It is about the choices our dedicated teachers and staff and parents made to support you and guide you all along. Together, we have enhanced our program from the early years through high school, embraced new learning opportunities in area of technology and languages, celebrating outstanding achievement in athletics and the arts, and improved our facility to create a wonderful environment for you to learn. As you leave Oyster Bay, you will face countless choices. Choice about your career, your relationship, your values, and the kind of person you want to be. There will be times when the path is clear and times when the path is full of uncertainties. In those moments, remember the strength you have shown here. Remember the tough decision you have made together with your family to be where you are today. Be proud of what you have done. Carry that pride and that courage forward. Choose to persevere. Choose to make a difference, not just for yourself, but for the community that you're going to be part of. Choose not to fear failure. In doubt, at the end of the day, choose to be you, because you have the skills, the knowledge, and the character to build magnificent lives. We are incredibly proud of you. Congratulations, and may your future be filled with the right choices, great adventures, and an abundance of success. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Yanni. I'd now like to welcome up our valedictorian, Rose Lindstrom.
Okay, can you hear me? Good morning, families, teachers, administrators, and the class of 2025. 3 years ago, I found myself standing on a tee box in front of the Wheatley men's golf team. It was my freshman year, and I had just joined our golf team. And although it was co-ed for Oyster Bay, it's technically a men's team, and we play in a men's league. So imagine this. It was a cold April day, tension was in the air because it was the first match of the season, and both teams were lined up on the first tee. It was a sea of teenage boys, and then me and Alexa. Seemingly, no one told our opponents that us girls were on the team, so they looked at us like we were aliens. That moment was just one of many uncomfortable situations that I have run from. It is our human nature to avoid discomfort. Nobody likes to venture outside of their comfort zone, especially when it's so easy to fit inside of the box that we make for ourselves. But today, I want to argue that wandering outside of your bubble is the best thing that you can do for yourself. First of all, we can't grow unless we learn from an uncomfortable moment. I'm sure that everyone can think of an uncomfortable moment in your life that taught you a great lesson. Putting it in the perspective of high school, most of being uncomfortable stems from the feeling of failure. School conditions us in that way. It punishes mistakes, it limits creativity to an acceptable box. But the only way to learn is to make mistakes. and to venture outside of our comfort zone. For me, that manifested as doing activities that I was extremely intimidated by, including joining a men's golf team. But looking back, I'm so glad that I had that opportunity to look right back at those boys and play golf with them, despite how uncomfortable it made me feel at the time. The overall experience boosted my confidence and changed me for the better. I knew that in the future, I would not let those blank stares get to my head. Change is inevitable. Change is necessary. I mean, look at us right now. We're going through one of the biggest changes in our life, and nothing can stop it. Some of us are entering college, some of us are going into the workforce or even our armed forces, and we'll all be living on our own. And that's a little scary, but we'll embrace it, just like we've embraced every other challenge that has come our way. Graduates, at some point, you will be uncomfortable next year. Use that feeling. Learn from it. Don't be afraid to take risks and make mistakes. I know my fellow graduates, and I know that whatever comes their way, I have full faith that next year, wherever they end up, they will take advantage of every opportunity that they have. Which leads me to my last point. The only person holding you back is yourself. When we limit ourselves to our bubble, we miss the world passing us by. History's greatest innovators and change makers thought outside the box and took a risk. Former Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg fought for gender equality, but risked her reputation. Jean-Michel Basquiat and Banksy turned graffiti into critically acclaimed art. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. risked his safety for civil rights. Steve Jobs started Apple in his garage. Go for the gold. It may pay off. Before I conclude, I have to give out a handful of thank yous because I would be nowhere near what I am today without the support of others. Thank you to my parents and my entire family for always encouraging me to stay curious. Thank you to my teachers, especially Ms. Harnick, Mr. Pontillo, Mr. Knapp, Mr. Sissia, and everybody who believed in me. Thank you to my coaches, Bill and Mr. Boris, for encouraging me to venture outside of my comfort zone in sports. Thank you, Dr. Dianca, Ms. Pollins, Dr. Ayani, Ms. Argman, and last but definitely not least, thank you to all of my friends. I'm so happy to share this moment with all of you. I've been thinking about this speech for a long, long time. A couple of days ago, I attended my brother's 6th grade moving up ceremony, and I remembered how I was up on this stage addressing you all in 6th grade. Wow, have we changed since then? To all the younger siblings out there, I encourage you to follow your dreams and don't put yourself in a box. For all of you adults, I want you to reflect on your box and expand it. If you take away anything from this speech, let it be this. We need to learn how to be comfortable with discomfort. I'm uncomfortable right now, speaking in front of hundreds of people, but allowing myself to be uncomfortable in this moment will make me better. I'm honored to address you all today, and thank you so much for listening. To my classmates, I'm so proud of everything that we've accomplished, and I know we will do great things in the future. Stay strong and dare to venture outside your box. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rose. I would now like to welcome up Board of Education President, Ms. Lori Kowalski.
Thank you, Rose and Michael. Those were awesome speeches. Good morning, parents, families, administrators, faculty, staff, and most of all, the graduating class of 2025. Today marks the end of one chapter and the start of another. It's a moment of celebration, of reflection, and for many of you, a moment of wondering what comes next. The world you're walking into feels like it's moving faster than ever. Things are changing, not just year to year, but week to week. And that can feel overwhelming. But let me take you back for a moment, not to your childhood, but to the early days of technology when the first personal computers started arriving in homes and offices decades ago. People panicked. The headlines warned us that machines would soon replace humans, that entire industries would vanish, that the future would be unrecognizable. And in some ways, they were right. The future was transformed, but not in the way that they feared. Computers didn't take away all our jobs. They created new ones. They opened up new fields. They let people start businesses from their garage. They enabled people to publish books without a printing press and connect across continents in seconds. The world adapted, and more importantly, people adapted. Now we're hearing a similar chorus. This time, it's about artificial intelligence, about tools like ChatGPT. Once again, the fear is that everything will be taken away from us, that the world we know is slipping out of our hands. But here's the truth. Every generation faces its version of the unknown. Yours just happens to be really good at asking it questions and getting an answer in 0.8 seconds. And while I wouldn't recommend writing your entire college essays with ChatGPT, yes, the teachers say they can tell, but mostly because we never heard you say the phrase, "Throughout the tapestry of my adolescence, I cultured a fervent zeal for civic engagement." I would, however, recommend doing what your generation already does so well: questioning, learning, creating, and building. Because what matters most isn't whether the technology exists, it's what you choose to do with it. Will you choose to create, to solve, to build, to ask bigger questions? I believe you will. Because you've shown us you're not afraid of change. You think beyond the lines, you challenge assumptions, you learn fast, you pivot even faster, and somehow make room for compassion in the middle of chaos. As Steve Jobs once said, the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. And let's be honest, you've all probably had moments that drove your teachers a little crazy. But maybe that means you're ready. You're not here today in spite of the changing world. You're here because you're ready for it. You've grown up in Oyster Bay, a place steeped in history and built on community. You've learned how to work hard, how to treat others with kindness, how to hold on to tradition even while dreaming big. And no matter where you go, whether it's college, the workforce, the military, or your own bold path, you carry those roots with you. So when people say, the world is changing fast, you'll know it's not about holding the world still. It's about holding yourself steady. As you take your final walk here in Oyster Bay High School, take a breath and look around. You've grown here, you've struggled here, you've found your people here. And we want you to know you are always welcome back. We love you, and you will always have a place in Oyster Bay. Congratulations, class of 2025. Now go shape the future, not in fear of change, but with confidence in who you become.
Thank you, Ms. Kowalski. Gerard Beekman was born in New York City on February 27, 1842. Mr. Beekman studied at Columbia College and received a Master of Arts and a Bachelor of Law degrees in 1867. While he did not actively pursue a legal profession, he became the manager of the extensive property holdings of the Beekman family right here in the Oyster Bay area. Gerard Beekman founded the Beekman Family Association in 1910, to which he endowed through his will upon his death. He was active in many charitable and philanthropic organizations, particularly hospitals. For example, the Beekman Downtown Hospital in New York City, which is now called New York Presbyterian Hospital. For several years, Gerard Beekman presented a Bible to each graduate at the Oyster Bay High School commencements. After his death on November 9, 1918, his memory was honored by the presentation of an annual award, which is now presented as the Beekman Medal. This award is considered Oyster Bay High School's highest honor. This year's recipient was chosen by our faculty members who make up the awards committee. This student possesses all of the qualities we hope to see in future leaders: kindness, respect, self-motivation, a drive to succeed, and a willingness to do whatever is asked of her, all with a positive attitude. This year, the Faculty Awards Committee selected Nicole Walsh as the 2025 recipient. Congratulations, Nicole, very well deserved. I would now like to welcome up our National Honor Society Vice President, Ms. Alexa Lawrenson. She will be presenting our Teacher of the Year.
Hi, everyone.
Good morning, students, families, friends, and faculty members, and thank you for joining us to celebrate today. Each year, our chapter of the National Honor Society selects an outstanding educator at our school to recognize as an honorary chapter member. I am pleased to announce Dr. Sissia as this year's honorary member. Dr. Sissia has taught all 4 levels of American Sign Language here at Oyster Bay High School, and I've had the privilege of working with her not only as a student, but recently as a teaching assistant as well. The environment that Dr. Sissia creates in her classroom makes each student feel welcome and excited to learn. Not only is Dr. Sissia an outstanding teacher, but she's also the most caring and thoughtful individual I know. I will never forget the day when I broke my nail on the car door the second time. And while most people would go to the nurse, I found myself in her room for a Band-Aid and some Neosporin. Though it was a simple gesture, it spoke volumes about her character and the kind of person she truly is. Dr. Sissia is a teacher who goes above and beyond for all her students and makes all of us feel seen, supported, and valued both in and out of the classroom. Whether it's staying late to help with a lesson or offering a safe space to decompress during the day, she's always there. Her kindness and compassion has left a lasting impact on me, and I'm endlessly grateful to have had her as both a mentor and a friend. Regardless of the expectations we set for ourselves or others in the beginning of the year, in the end, everyone who walks out of Dr. Sissia's classroom is a better version of themselves thanks to her guidance. Thank you, Dr. Sissia, for your devotion to your work, constant kindness, and understanding. We are forever grateful for you here in Oyster Bay. So, Dr. Sissia, please come up to the podium to accept this award.
How incredible are each of our student speakers this morning. You guys did an amazing job. So proud of you, each of you. Now I'd like to invite Dr. Yanni to the podium for a recognition of one of our students. We are proud to share with you that one of our graduating students will be joining the military, where they will be selflessly serving our country. When I call your name, please come to the podium for a special gift from the Oyster Bay East Norwich School District. Xavier Canales. Xavier has enlisted in the United States Navy. We're so proud of you, Xavier. Thank you for your service to our country. Now the time has come to present our graduates with their diplomas. I would like to ask Ms. Kowalski, President of our Board of Education, to join me and Dr. Yanni in presenting the class of 2025 with their diplomas. Mr. LaCastro and Mr. Pardue will assist at the diploma table. I want to invite our Valedictorian and Salutatorian to lead the procession of the diplomas. Students in row 1, please rise. Okay. Go to the end of that red. Rose Lindstrom. Rose. Michael Olivero. Jonathan Sakarian. Adrian Kim. Connor Walsh. Patrick Kelly. Anastasia Sakelis. Alexa Lawrenson. Henry Briggs. Jenna Angelidakis. Nicole Walsh. Amelia Scammell. Justin Alas. Corey Alexander. Christian Alfaro Palacios. Will the second row please rise? Emma Ansbro. Brandon Antonetti. Austin Ascentino. Landon Bow. Lizzie Brizzo. Daniela Brizzo Escoto. Bessie Flores. Xavier Canales. Madeline Chavez. Alan Chavez Gonzalez. Elise Corey. Olivia Cruz. Mihael Dyko. Gwyneth Davey. Kayla Dennehy. Katarina Dinda. Will the next row please rise? Walk along to the edge of the carpet, please. Thank you. Holly Emerson. Andrew Feldman. Devin Feldman. Omar Figueroa. Lynette Fuentes Salgado. Olivia Garcia. Liam Gorney. Sofia Guerrero Beltran. Taha Gokaya. Jane Gurney. Daniel Hernandez. Brianna Hyde. Anthony Izquierdo. Aaron Jimenez. You did it. Proud of you. Tyler Cambeck. Will the next row please rise? Jackson Kelly. Dylan Kiernan. Max Lapidus. Joseph Larita. Michael Lewis. Christiana Martorella. Themis McGarris. Khadijah Memon. Franklin Mendez. Hayden Metzinger. Noel Montic. Neri Montoya Ulloa. Jordan Moran Fuentes. Emily Murphy. Kevin Mushorn. Will the next row please rise and walk to the edge of the red carpet, please? Jane Myers. Samantha Myers. Nicholas Parkers. Juan Perez Pelaez. Lauren Pinnock. Ella Reardon Rizzo. Oh, Ella. Bastian Rojas Araya. Dylan Romano. Graciela Romero Granados. Tyler Rosasco. Robert Ross. Saidi Ruiz Maldonado. Evangeline Russo. Nicoletta Sakelis. James Salvato. Joseph Salvato. Will the next row please rise? You too. Walk to the edge of the carpet, please. Jack Sapienza. Angel Sarabia. Scarlett Shelley. Charles Siracusa. Sarah Stim. Jason Sun. Jeffrey Sun. Justine Testa. Giovanna Torres. Natalia Chupsis. Lydia Ulloa. Jocelyn Velasquez. Jose Velasquez. Yasmin Velasquez Santos. Antonia Whitfield. Stephen Wolfhurst. Brian Yanis. That's it. Can we give it a round of applause? Before we officially close out our ceremony, I want to remind our graduates that immediately following the ceremony, you will head to the cafeteria to pick up your official diplomas. Families, please meet your graduates outside of the school. Traditionally, the moving of the tassel is called the turning of the tassel. It signifies the transition from candidate to graduate. The tassel is worn on the right side of the cap during the ceremony and is then moved to the left upon being pronounced graduates. I would like to invite up Henry Briggs, our President of the Student Council, to the front. He will lead the class of 2025 as they move their tassels from left to right. Dr. Ianni and members of the Board of Education of the Oyster Bay East Norwich School District, I do hereby confirm and certify that the students before you today have met all of the state and local requirements necessary to earn an Oyster Bay High School diploma. Henry, are you ready?
I mean, I guess.
Class of 2025, you guys ready? Okay. At this time, please move your tassels from right to left. Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to present the official graduates of the Oyster Bay High School class of 2025.